Well, it finally happened. I was attacked in my own backyard. I was unarmed at the time, and I was in my yard making some gibbing on walls. And I think the people that actually sold us this house years ago must have owned a rock quarry because there are rocks all over the yard. Well, this was the final wall I was making. Then I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned around, and there it was. Fortunately, I had gloves on my hands, so I reached out and slugged it, and then screamed probably like a little girl, and it ran off. Well, after jumping up and down a few times and making sure it left me, I decided I needed to do something about it. So I went and bought a brand new gun. I went out in my yard at night a few days later. I went seeking that creature. Well, let me give you a video of just what happened because I was able to film that occasion. So it's really dark. I'm in my backyard and I'm been attacked last night, so I'm gonna go see tonight if I can find out what it was that got me. I have a brand new firearm to take care of that, so we'll take a look. Get my tactical light on. Hopefully you can see that. Got that one. Hi, Steve here again from Big Boar Guns. Now around here we do have quite a few scorpions, and most of them are bark scorpions. They're the most common ones. If you get stung by them, it can be very, very painful for about 24 hours. Some people actually die from it, especially if they're young children or they have a compromised immune system. Generally, however, if you after about 24 hours the pain subsides and you start feeling better. But they are very, very painful. They describe it as getting shocked by electric, and I don't ever want to get stung by one. As a matter of fact, I regularly spray around my house just to make sure they don't come into my house. Well, this year we've had a little more rain, and it's been particularly bad in my backyard here in Arizona. I've seen more than I have. Now, last year I didn't have very many, but I didn't really do a lot. I'm thinking maybe I was a little negligent last year, but I've seen quite a few this year outside, thankfully not in the house. Let me show you what I got to take care of them. This is the Bug Assault Shredder. Now, this is the first time I've actually seen one of these. I have seen the Bug Assault before. The Bug Assault is generally designed for something like soft-bodied flies. It would never take out a scorpion. However, the Bug Assault Shredder is designed to take out scorpions, cockroaches, those larger insects that have some kind of protective shell on them. It's supposed to take those out. Let me show you what comes in the package. Okay, the most interesting thing, of course, is this revolver. It says Bug Assault here. It actually is quite heavy. Let me weigh it real quickly and see what this thing weighs. This weighs 1 pound, 9 ounces, and a little bit over. It's pretty heavy for something you'd consider maybe like a toy. I mean, there is a lot of plastic on it, but it also has this metal frame right here. It does feel sturdy. It is heavy. It feels fairly well built for something like this. And it's pretty easy to work on. It uses CO2 in a special cartridge. Let me show you how you get to that here. Basically, it separates right here. If you've ever shot a BB gun, you'll have seen this type of a setup before. Basically put the CO2 cartridge in here, you tighten this down, you're ready to go. Pretty simple setup, but seems to work very well. Let me go ahead and slide this back together here. It just snaps together easily. Back in business. After you get the CO2 cartridge in there, you do have a safety feature here. There's a safe right here. So you can put that on if you just have it setting somewhere, make sure it's a little bit safer. Once you do decide to shoot it, you just pull this back, cock the hammer, pull the trigger. It uses these little revolver cylinders that contain the salt projectiles. See here? Reminds me a lot of the Umarex paintball guns, except when you open it here, you just push this little button, pop it down, take your little cylinder here. These little gears have to be up against the frame. Really simple. Slide up over like that. Close it up. Ready to go. 10 rounds ready. And when you pull the trigger, it does revolve and fires. I don't want to shoot in here because it actually will shoot the salt out to the end in this room here. So I won't do that right now. But it's ready to go. Along with this pistol, this revolver, you also get some CO2 cartridges. There's 5 of them here. Imagine that's going to be plenty to do the scorpions around my house. You get 12 of these little cylinders here. Instructions on the back. Very lengthy instruction guide. Tells you about it and how it works. And a sticker. That's everything you need to get up and going in the starter set. It's a pretty nice little kit. The other item I purchased was this here. This is a stream light. Looks like a weapon light a little bit. It is actually a blue light. The nice thing about a blue light like this, and this is actually pretty bright for as small as it is, it really makes those scorpions shine at night. So would I recommend the Bug Assault Shredder? Well, it is fun to use. I mean, you want to go out there and just kind of do something a little different. You have some large centipedes or cockroaches or scorpions in your area, and you see them and you want to shoot them with something, this works really well. As far as value goes, this whole kit costs about $125. That seems a bit much for a gun, some CO2 cartridges, and a few cylinders. But if you're looking for something fun, a little bit different to do, it might be worth the money to spend on this. I appreciate you watching this little bit different video. It was kind of fun to film this. If you do me a favor and like or subscribe below, I would really appreciate it because it helps my channel a whole lot. And until next time, we'll see you again on Big Bore Guns.